Most High is turning things up. Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadosh. Double honors, the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, who are teaching this truth with sincerity. And a shout out to your Akians out there on the four corners of the earth proclaiming this truth. Raka the Yahweh, Raka the Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadosh, Brakatam. So looking at the damage in Nepal, if you hadn't heard or seen it, this is the landslide, mudslide that just happened, and the Most High is turning things up. Ever since that wickedness of the 4th of July and the end of faggot month, you know, that wicked agenda. Hey, so we're just paying it forward, right? Another Boeing 777 suffered serious tail strike during takeoff at Milan. Dramatic footage from largest airport in northern Italy, which serves Lombardy and the Swiss continent Tucano, captures the moment of LATAM Airlines Boeing 777-300 experienced a severe tail strike incident. Well, these Boeing planes just keep falling apart, don't they? Aviation blog reports that LATAM Boeing 777-300 departing from Milan Airport to Sao Paulo suffered a tail strike on runway 35 left. Boeing aircraft is seen performing the rotation too early, making the tail to strike the runway for 10 seconds before finally climbing. You know, we saw a wheel fall off the other day. I mean, there's no end to how much, you know, people don't know what the fuck they're doing with these planes, or these planes are just crap. Let's just see that. Yeah, there it is. Ass totally scraping that. Here we go.
Plane.
What a retard.
Plane.
So there you go, man. And just kind of re-loose, man. So, and then there's this one, Boeing 757-200 lost a main landing gear wheel while taking off from Los Angeles International Airport. I think it's the one we just saw, but we'll play just for fun. Alright, well, can't really see it, but that's the wheel falling. Had other videos of it where it actually showed it in flight. And here's another one. So, okay, I think that this is a near collision, as you can see those two planes there. They nearly hit each other. Oh, even the police can see that shit. That's some funny shit. Reminds you of Breaking Bad, because that one guy couldn't control air control and then caused the great crash. Kind of reminds you of that in Breaking Bad if you watch the series. These are the 8 U.S. states with population declines in 2023. Well, we've been telling you time and time again that Babylon the Great is fallen, right? So like everything else though, knowing the petrodollar is dead, well, here's some of the declines, because Fuckfornia is one of the worst to live, but the worst place ever since that bitch Kathy Hochul, New York. New York takes a cake next to Fuckfornia with Fuck Newsom, right? Between 2022 and 2023, the U.S. added approximately 1.58 million people, grew its population by about 0.5%. However, not all states grew by the same proportion. In fact, some states saw their number of residents drop, both from that population loss. Well, it's because Fuckfornia, man, I can tell you about that because I live here, is rent is fucking impossible to pay. Now, New York's got to be way more than that, but fucking rent is impossible to fucking pay. And it just sucks here. There's too many fucking bullshit laws. And like everything else though, now it's illegal to be homeless, you know, and Fuckfornia does not treat their homeless very good. I bet New York doesn't either, you know. Illinois lost 33,000. So anything Democrat run, right? You know, I'm not saying I'm pro-Republican or anything, because I'm neither, you know. I'm just an Israelite who sees everything, right? Demographic reshuffling is taking place across the U.S., with states in the north, east, and west seeing shrinking populations. Below are, for all U.S. states, D.C. and Puerto Rico rank from declines to gains in ascending order. So New York and California and Illinois on the top three. Puerto Rico's seeing a decline. As you can see, Louisiana, minus 14,000. Pennsylvania, 10,000. So those are all probably Democrat run. I mean, I just got to say it though. And probably these bigger numbers, like Texas is seeing an increased number. Well, you know as well as I do that, well, there's stricter laws in Texas, right? You know, when somebody robs a place, man, that owner probably has a gun and would not hesitate to shoot your ass. You can't be getting away with shit in Texas like you do in California and in other liberal states, right? Poland's top general warns prepare for full-scale conflict. The warning comes amid rising tensions on the border with Belarus. So, like everything else, though, they're trying to, you know, start a war with Russia deliberately, right? And Belarus is one of its allies, and of course, Poland serves NATO interests, while the others serve EU interests, right? But these 10 horns shall hate the whore. But Poland is one of the ones that's part of NATO, pretty much. Poland should prepare its soldiers for an all-out conflict, its armed forces chief of staff said. General Kakula told the press conference on Wednesday, July 10th, today we are to prepare our forces for full conflict, not an asymmetric type of conflict. So, like everything else, though, because Belarus is kind of loyal to, you know, and you got this bullshit. Nobody cares about fucking Biden. It's a shit show anyways. And nobody really gives a shit about Trump, you know. I think most people know that those two don't represent him, that it's a joke, that voting's a joke. I saw a funny shirt and it said, somebody else 2024, right? You know, because they're tired of the same shit show. Because I think they know that America's fucked. They can see their doom. Greece, Bulgaria, Romania to create Eastern NATO Mobility Corridor. See how they serve NATO interests? You know, those are three NATO members right there. The new route will marginalize and increase unreliable ally Turkey. See, because Turkey is more in favor of Russia. Agreement will be signed between Greece, Romania, and Bulgaria on the interconnection of all four ports. Greek media reported on Thursday, paving the way for the creation of a military mobility corridor between the three countries, significantly reducing Turkey's role in NATO operations. Well, it's because slowly but surely they're breaking away from NATO, even though they're still a NATO member. Like this right here, U.S. complicit in Israeli war crimes. NATO member. The White House is disregarding Israelis' deliberate attacks on civilian infrastructure. Turkish President Erdogan said, U.S. President Biden and his administration are complicit in the Israeli war crimes in Gaza, Turkish President Erdogan argued, while calling for sanctions against West Jerusalem. In an interview with Newsweek on Thursday during the annual NATO summit in Washington, the Turkish leader said that Israelis' deliberate attacks on civilian infrastructure in Gaza constituted war crimes, something Israeli state has fiercely denied. The brutal murder of innocent people in hospitals where they go for treatment, in ambulance and marketplaces and centers where humanitarian aid is distributed, and in areas defined as safe is the gravest violation of human rights, Erdogan said. However, according to the Turkish president, the Biden administration disregards these violations and provides Israeli state with the most support. Right. The right to defend themselves, as these liars always claim, right? Ah, here we go. Here's more. Israeli state deliberately destroyed all of Gaza's hospitals with the U.S. approval and support. There's not a single functional medical facility left in the enclave, which the direct and indirect death toll could be approaching 200,000. While the United States government attempts to lecture the world about its supposed rules-based order, it's aiding arming for providing diplomatic cover for Israeli state's unprecedented assault on Gaza's already collapsed healthcare system. In fact, Israeli attacks justified by D.C. in some cases have resulted in the territory being left without a single functional hospital. And like everything else, though, everybody knows the U.S. is complicit in this. Yeah, and that's exactly what Erdogan is pointing out. Hezbollah decimates Israeli military espionage sites as retaliatory strikes continue apace. So like everything else though, war continues to pick up. Lebanon's Hezbollah resistance movement said it targeted the Israeli state military forces and equipment in the northern part of the occupied Palestinian territories during fresh pro-Palestinian operations. The group announced carrying out 2 operations in a statement on Friday. Describing the first strike, the group said the fighters of the Islamic resistance targeted espionage equipment in the newly established Center for War and Reconnaissance crews in the Metila settlement with guided missiles hitting and destroying them directly. So like everything else though, Israeli state's still trying to expand. I mean, it's already taken parts of Golan, took Golan Heights, and now trying to expand into Lebanese territory, so they're trying to blow this shit up. Yeah. Yemen urges Saudi Arabia to stop hostile actions and not follow the U.S. And like everything else though, Saudi Arabia in many ways is not going with the whore Babylon the Great anymore. So, you know, we'll just see how this comes about though. Senior member of the Yemeni Supreme Political Council says Yemenis will continue to support Palestinians in the Gaza Strip despite the severe economic sanctions, urging Riyadh to end its hostile actions. Muhammad Ali al-Houthi downplayed the unilateral economic sanctions by the United States and Saudi Arabia against Yemeni banks, stressing that such moves would not affect the pro-Palestinian positions of the Yemeni nation. Yemeni people, well now, those who target their wages are the same individuals who targeted their country. These are those who want to cut the payment of civil servants, Houthi said. So like everything else though, well, what if Saudi Arabia did, listen and actually cut off, any support against Yemen and actually kind of, as you would say, solidified relations with Yemen against the Israeli state? Slowly but surely that's taken place. And the whore Babylon the Great doesn't like it because the only people really supporting the Israeli state is NATO and the U.S., which NATO serves the U.S. Even the EU is sick of the Israeli state. You know, the whole earth, for that matter, is sick of the Israeli state. You know, the least of the flock. So hopefully this has been edifying. Got one more scripture here. That is for this, what you would call the YouTube portion of this, because I'm going to have, it's going to be a little bit longer. There's a couple things I cannot read or put on YouTube, but I'm just going to go ahead and read from here. Therefore, hear the counsel of Most High, this is Jeremiah chapter 49, verse 20, that he has taken against Edom and his purposes, that he has purposed against the inhabitants of Teman. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Surely he shall make their dwelling places desolate with them. You know, so every place, you know, pretty much that Esau Edom has been is going to become desolate. Most High has a, you know, as you would say, is going to this time get rid of all the Amalekites and is going to destroy Esau Edom once and for all. The earth shakes at the noise of their fall, as the cry, its noise is heard at the Red Sea. So Most High, Yahweh Shai, is going to destroy Esau Edom once and for all. Behold, he shall come up and fly as the eagle and spread his wings over Basra. And that's when, you know, the fathership comes, as well as the angels of the Most High, the chariots. The heart of the mighty man of Edom in that day shall be like the heart of a woman in birth pains. There's nothing they can do to stop this. See, they can't fight what Esau calls UFOs. Those are the angels of the Most High, and Yahweh Shai is going to be on the largest of them. Like everything else, though, he's going to bring judgment against Babylon the Great. And it's our call to condemn Babylon the Great. You know, as Apostle Gabar has asked us to step that up a bit. So hopefully this has been edifying. For that we'll say, Barak the Yahweh, Barak the Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash, Wa Abba Babal. Barakatham, Jehovah Elect, Shalom.